Yeah, we live on the gram. What's going on? What's going on? The host with the most, DRU in the building. You now tuned into the Mobcast. You know what I'm saying? The realest podcast on the planet. We gonna get right into it. Yeah. Big shout out to everybody that's coming in on this live feed. Peace to y'all. What's going on? What up, baby boy? My son E in the building. It's kind of we gonna definitely schedule. We gonna let y'all know beforehand, but today we kind of just happened the way it happened. So peace to all y'all that really coming out and supporting and all that. So we gonna get right into it. Check it out. Have you ever been or have you ever had a crush on someone? You know what I'm saying? Girl, has a man or had a crush on a girl, has a woman had a crush on a man, or whatever you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you like, whatever your prerogative is. And, you get around the female like me. I remember a couple years ago, I had a crush on a nice looking woman, nice looking female. She was sexy as shit. You know what I'm saying? And every time she used to come around, she used to make my heart jump. Like every time she come around. But I used to be smooth like a wallaby shoe though. Every time she go, what's up? What's going on? I used to be like, what's up? You know what I mean? We used to trade pleasantries, but man, she used to come around. She used to make my knees buckle. Oh man, crazy. But anyway, I finally mustered up all the courage, after weeks of really talking to myself or whatever the case may be, to ask her out. So I go up to her real smooth and nice. I'm like, how you doing? She like, hey, whatever. She not really paying me no mind because I ain't really press her. You know what I'm saying? All the people who are kind of shy, introverts or whatever the case, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. If you're boastful, if you're the boastful type, you may be like, son. You know what I mean? But let me continue on with the story. So I asked her out on a date. She said, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? So we go out. First date is smooth. I'm enjoying her company, or maybe I'm still kind of on cloud nine. But like, it'd be like the first date where you see the bullshit, like, wait. Like, she did some silly shit real quick, and it was like, whoa. But I ain't do that first. It was more so I caught it, but I didn't really put it together yet. You know what I mean? But I caught it. It was like, whoa. You know what I mean? But she's so fine, and I had a crush on her so long, I kind of let it go. Right? Then, me and her, we got it popping, we got intimate, and then she just unloads it on me. You know what I mean? Yo, she was the lamest girl I've ever fucked with ever in life. Has that ever happened to you? You know what I mean? Like, you really expect something else from the person that you chasing throughout the planet, or that person that, make your heart jump or make your heart weak, your knees buckle, and then you fuck with them, and it's like, oh, man, I should have never fucked with you. Right? Let me know what y'all think. We on live right now on IG. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is one of those spontaneous things. So if you here, you're here. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you're not. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think certain people are in relationships like that. Like, it's just one of them things where it's like you had a crush on them, and then you know what I mean? I mean, if it's working out for you, good. You know what I mean? But if it's not working out for you, did that happen to you? Did you get okie doke? You might have got pregnant or something, and you're like, damn, I can't even leave this situation, or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying. I remember piggybacking on the subject real quick. I remember another girl. I ain't really have a crush on her, but she was fine. She was sexy. Oh my God, sexy as shit. You know what I mean? So I kind of admired her more than had a crush on her. But every time she would open her mouth, she would turn me off. Has that ever happened? Like, on top of that, like, besides what we just spoke about, has that ever happened to you? Like they just turn you off? Like, as soon as they open their mouth, you just don't even want them to say hi. You know what I mean? You just stand there. That's fucked up. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hold on. Oh, man. Oh, man. So this was my cousin, actually. Peace to my cousin. She was like how she was fucking with a nigga thinking he dumb fine, and he ended up being broke. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, is that a turn off? Like, a nigga with no money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get too serious with it, but are you gonna stand by your man, you feel me? And help him build his empire, you know what I mean? Rap career, podcast. Don't you fuck with me. Don't you fuck with me on the live, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying podcast. Let's say whatever he want to be. I'm just being stupid for a second. But whatever you want to be, does that turn you off when he don't got no bread, or is it like one of those type of he gotta have a dream type situation? Is it all right? So the question that I'm asking, right? It doesn't matter per se that he's broke, or is it you broke and you don't got a plan, right? Because everybody been broke before. So is it the fact that the nigga broke and he don't got a plan, or is it the fact that he broke? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's happened to you. Big shout out to the homie Keys. What's poppin'? That's happened to you too. You fucked around with a nigga thinking he poppin'. You start fucking with a nigga corny and shit. Yo, when you as a woman, my question to the ladies out there really is, when you figure it out, like let's say you figure it out that he's like a square, he's a four-corner hustler. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting no better than what you got. You know what I mean? But his bedroom game is mean. You know what I mean? Like, he be tearing your shit up, but he's a square. Do you let that rock? Is that like like, damn, he's a square, but he be busting my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, has that ever happened to you? I'm just asking, you know what I mean? For me, if it's a girl and she's a lame, like she's just a complete square, you know what I'm saying? But her bedroom game is popping. She might have bought herself a couple weeks, months. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, man. I'm being honest. She might have bought herself a couple months, because she throwing that ass back like a champion. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna front. But yeah. On top of that, is it what I'm talking to both men and women? Is it one of those things where you get with a dude or you get with a girl? Let's take the lame out of it. Right? You get with a dude, you get with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chilling, everything's good. He's official, she's official. You know what I'm saying? But you go to their crib and it's not the most neatest house you've ever been to. Is that a deal breaker? Like, what's the deal breaker? Forget the examples. Let me hear some of the deal breakers. What's the deal breakers? What's a deal breaker for you? Yeah. The deal breaker is the house, cuzzo? I'm just saying. I'm asking because it's interesting, because a deal breaker for me, to be honest, is a woman who talks crazy. I can't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? That's my deal breaker. All that talking crazy and all that extra shit, I can't fuck with. Like, you know what I mean? So, what's the deal breaker for you? It'd be funny to hear people's stories, because you be forgetting that people are people too, right? So, I remember a particular story. One of my mans told me this. This was probably like last year. And he said he bagged him a nice little bad thing. She was bad as shit. Shorty had it all. Shorty had the bread. Shorty had the crib. She was good money. She was like, so my man was pretty open until he met her badass kids. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Shorty had 3 badass kids. He said he could, he said, them kids, all boys too. He said them kids washed him up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he couldn't take it. And he knew that was the package. You know what I mean? He knew that was the package. Well, somebody said body odor, bad teeth, uneducated. This is a girl talking about a man, right? Who thinks inside the box, picky eaters, non-nasty niggas. All right, non-nasty niggas. Okay. That's his deal breaker. If you're not eating her ass. So niggas, you better stop playing. You better start eating ass. Nah, let me take that back. But listen, you know what I'm saying? You better start doing something to get this girl. You know what I mean? Bad breath. I mean, if you got bad breath as a grown man, I don't know, brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. A bitch that stink. That's a big fact. That's a big fact. Good, that's a big fact. A bitch that stink. If you got like fucked up body odor as a woman, that shit is nasty. Like, as a nigga, you ever start fucking with a girl? Y'all about to get it popping. It's like, oh, cool. This is what we about to do. You excited because we take the panties off and that shit smell like straight fish. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the pussy smells so bad, it smell like she got something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way your pussy's supposed to be smelling that bad, man. You listen, you eating too much dairy products. There's too much cheese in your diet. You know what I'm saying? You don't drink enough water. You don't eat no berries. It's a known fact that berries detox. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Word, a bitch that stink. That is a fact. Oh, man, I can't fuck with that at all. If you stink, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You ever did the earwax test as a nigga? You finger, you know what I'm saying? You throw it in the joint. You throw it in her joint. And she uncomfortable. You know she fucked up. Yo, that's some hood doctor shit. But you ever did that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what else turned me off? What else turned me off as a man, you know what I'm saying, is a girl with too much hair. Like, that shit nasty to me. Like, you know what I mean? You ever met a shorty that got more hair than you? I'm not a hairy dude either. So it's like you got the mustache, the goatee, the whole beard growing in. You take the shirt off, she got chest hair. Like, oh my God, man, you look like a grizzly bear. Like, the fuck? Like, that shit turned me off. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. It'd be funny, some of the things that are deal breakers, or some of the things that I've heard from other people that are deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about like shit that's really gonna fuck shit up. Like, I feel like, they're more, I ain't gonna say bigger or smaller, but more general things that fuck shit up. But I've heard some crazy shit. Like, when I say crazy, I mean like very minute stuff that will probably be a deal breaker. Like, a nigga not having a car that you like, or shorty not matching her panties and bra. Like, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say straight teeth, but I ain't gonna front. Teeth is kind of a deal breaker because it's like you look pretty when your mouth is closed, but then when you smile, you look all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say that's small. But yeah, man. Them deal breakers is crazy. Yo, If a nigga, I'm ask my ladies first and then I'm ask my dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga can't really read like that, and I mean, at this point, I don't think too many people are illiterate, but you got people that it's kind of difficult for them to read. Is that a turnoff? You know what I'm saying? And as a dude, for my dudes out there, if Shorty don't clean the crib, if she's not the most cleansed, excuse me, pardon my language, I can't get that word out for some reason. If she don't clean the house, if she's not the most, clean woman you ever met, is that a turnoff? You know what I'm saying? Some men say yeah, some men say no. I'm just asking, you know what I'm saying? Word. It'd be funny, like, if y'all don't know, this is called Mobcast, right? We in the Mobcast right now, so it's a lot of, we call it Mobcast because, there's a lot of different opinions coming through. And a lot of different angles happening. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're going to stick together as a people and we're going to figure this shit out, right? So, let's say, it's for my dudes out there, right? Let's say you fucking with a shorty, right? Everything's all good. Y'all been fucking with each other for a couple months. Everything's straight, right? You feel pretty comfortable with her. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out that the bitch got some mean skeletons in her closet, right? Maybe like she used to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she used to be a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Lots of other shit. There's a lot of things, a lot of skeletons in niggas' closets, right? So let's say your shorty used to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You're not from a hood. So the first time you go to a hood, they're having a get-together party, son, whatever the case may be. And you find out your shorty, you love her, though. You know what I'm saying? You love her, though. But you find out she used to be the mean jump. Is that a turnoff? Is that a deal breaker? Would that make you stop fucking with her? That's an interesting question because me personally, I don't know. I don't think so. But it kind of depends on what type of hoe she was, though. Like, was she in the house letting 10 dudes jump on her type hoe, or was she just doing her? So that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I turn a hoe into a housewife, but you can't stop what happened before you. I'm not really the type to worry about things that I can't control. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? No one wants a used car. No one wants a used car, but my man, God, everything's a used car. You're not getting one woman who, listen, you're not getting one person in life who hasn't been with somebody else. So everything's a used car, big homie. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? Take all the D to take all the D gang shit. You mean the gang shit? Yeah. That's true. That's why I asked. That's why I said, it really depends on how she was giving it up. You know what I'm saying? How she was giving it up. She was giving it up crazy. I can't fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you was giving it up and you was doing you, I mean, I can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? For my ladies, quick question for my ladies. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the same goes for you. Just same situation. You meet the dude, you love the dude, you fell in love with this guy. This guy's the best thing that ever happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And you find out there's some skeletons in his closet. And those skeletons involve he used to fuck with your friend. And I mean, I just don't mean some girl you know. I mean, he used to fuck with your friend. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, the dude lied. You know, like maybe he told you he doesn't have any kids. He got some kids. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he told you, you know, he's not in a relationship. He's in a relationship. That's what I'm gonna ask. You meet a dude, he don't tell you nothing. He don't tell you nothing. Y'all vibing. You end up y'all vibing for a couple months, years. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you can't go that. You can only go so long, or maybe I'm wrong. And you find out he's in a whole relationship. Is that a deal breaker? I mean, it's kind of a dumb question, right? But it kind of isn't. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Women, it's crazy for women. I think it's more difficult for women, to me, to take their emotions out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, women are emotional by nature. And when I mean emotional by nature, it's just, you know, I'm just talking about universal law. I'm not going to go too deep, but I just, you know, women are, you know, intuitive. Men are intuitive too, but women are intuitive on a different degree. And I think once a woman gives her heart to any type of situation, it's kind of difficult to leave it. So it's a little tougher for a woman, I feel. You know what I'm saying? Than it is for a man per se. But I think men are a little bit more sensitive than women. I've always said that. You know what I mean? Certain men are more sensitive than others, but I feel like men are much more sensitive than women. You know what I mean? But, you know, as far as a deal breaker is concerned, I think when a woman invests herself, I don't know. Well, I'm just speaking from my personal opinion, but I don't know. You can give me your opinion if you want. I don't know if it's that easy to just walk away, you know? Certain women will, you know, certain women who are I'm not going to say wiser per se. I'm going to say who's been through a couple situations. They'll tell you they'll walk away faster just because of their experiences. But I'm just saying, you know, just as a woman just dealing with those type of circumstances, I don't know if it would be that easy, you know? As a man, you know, I can only speak for me. As a matter of fact, let me clarify this. I can only speak for me. As a man, me personally, there's a deal breaker is a deal breaker. Like if your breath stink, you smelly, you know, you don't clean, you got a wild mouth, you're not refined. I'm more so into refined women. You know what I'm saying? But if you cross any of them lines, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like, I'm just being real. It's a little bit easier for me, I guess. Or I can only speak for me personally, but I guess it's a little bit easier for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't get caught up too, because that would be a lie. You know? Word. Shit crazy, right? Like, you know, out of all the women that, you know, I've met in my life, out of all the women that I've met in my life, and I'm not talking about intimately, I'm just talking about women in general. Out of all the women I've met in my life and, you know, had the honor to speak to and build with on a different level, I can't remember not one woman telling me how it was easy for them to leave a relationship they was invested in. I don't remember any woman ever telling me that. I may be wrong. My memory may be fleeting me at the moment, but I don't remember that at all. Like, most women will tell me how, you know, well, the real ones. You know what I'm saying? The official ones will tell me how, you know, everything takes a little time or whatever their opinion is on it. But I never got no, nah, this is, I'm just gonna leave that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I never got that. But I definitely has heard that from some men. I ain't gonna front. Now whether or not they do it is different. You know what I'm saying? But I've definitely heard that from some men straight up. Word. It should be crazy. Like relationships are a little bugged out, and you know, it be it's funny to speak about it out loud. You know what I mean? Because um, like some of the shit like that I be hearing, or some of the shit that I guess people tell me or whatever. Like I just I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like my man, one of my mans right now, he's married. I think he's been married 5 years, and he's with his wife or whatever. And his wife is a when I say a bug out, I mean a bug out. Like I mean she be spazzing. You know what I'm saying? And you know he got a couple kids, and he tells me he stays for the kids, and you know he wants the family structure. But when is it okay for you to walk away from something that's just tearing you apart, like it's deteriorating? You know, I'm just that's a question that I definitely want to ask both the women and the men. Um, when is it okay for you to just be like, all right, I'm good? You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what's going on in your relationship, you know, like it's there's a point I feel like where it's not about any of the circumstances that surrounding y'all. It's about personal happiness. I feel like relationships grow on that foundation anyway. But you know, these days you know, if if you are invested in your significant other, but your significant other is extremely toxic, like when do you draw the line? You know, word, word. Definitely let me know your thoughts on that. Um, because you know, my personal opinion is, as soon as it get rocky, I'm out. And when I say rocky, I don't mean like you don't try. Let's be clear. I'm just saying like as soon as y'all two are on, you know, opposite sides of the table and y'all just can't see eye to eye, and it's you tried everything, like then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's better off that y'all move on. But that's just me. Word. Yo, it you know, as we go on with this year 2019, going to the next year, it's interesting. It's interesting to kind of hear like people's opinions about certain subjects. You know, like when we talk about deal breakers and stuff, like is a deal breaker? You know, I mean, this is a funny question to ask. I'm not even gonna front, but at the same time, this is 2019, so you gotta ask these questions. It's a deal breaker, like you find out like your woman was a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a real question to ask because Malik Yoba, if you don't know who Malik Yoba is, he's the dude that used to be on New York Undercover, right? New York Undercover, yeah. And he was one of my favorite actors. I ain't gonna front. He was one of my favorite actors, and that show was one of my favorite shows. And then just recently, he came out and he uh he let it be known, he let it be public that he likes transgendered women. So now, the first question that I ask is, why the fuck do we care? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that you exposing this information, what goes on in your bedroom and your personal life to us? Like, we don't give a fuck. At least I don't. I'm not going to lie. I don't care what you do on your personal time. That's your business. So, I, you know, in the wake of that, we have that 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 subject matter that exists in our communities. So it poses an interesting question because number one, is that a deal breaker like I asked before? And number two, when you meet someone of that nature, you know, a transgendered person, are you, I just remember the Dave Chappelle stand up when he was talking about how it's funny as shit to to damn, I can't remember the actual line, and I'm horrible at like quoting people, but I when he was talking about the new special Sticks and Stones, when he was talking about how it's funny that people look one way but then feel another way. You know what I'm saying? And it is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't really matter whether or not that's your preference. Honestly, I really don't care what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it does. Do you, in those type of circumstances, like, do you treat the person how they feel, or treat the person from what you look at, or I'm not really too familiar in those circumstances. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm just asking the question. Shit, crazy, But going back to Malik Yoba real quick, like I don't like. I think he wanted us to comment on shit like that. Like we don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like people be commenting. It's like people. You know what's crazy about now these days? The social media era, and just everything is public. Everything is in your face. You know what I mean? Everything happens so quick, and I be feeling like people be maybe not maybe just my opinion. Like people expose too much. Like there's nothing like private about most people anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say that you post everything on social media, because obviously if we're friends on social media, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know me, but you know, I mean, there's a lot of information out there, like as far as like individually and collectively, that I mean used to be very private. Like I ain't gonna front. Like man, I done grew up with some of your kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen your kids so much in these pictures. I mean, shit. I'm just as much a part of your family as your family is. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just feel like certain things need to be kept private. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think like Malik Yoba in his maybe it was something off his chest. He just wanted to get it off his chest. I don't know, but I don't feel like it was necessary. Like, or well, that's not. He don't care about what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's his prerogative. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of that, that's a great question to ask. What's the difference between privacy and being secretive? You know what I'm saying? That's a great question to ask. What is the difference between being private and being secretive? Like in a relationship. In a relationship. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that's a fact. People do say things to stay relevant. People say a lot of things to stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but it's whatever. But what is the difference between privacy and being secretive? If you want to know my opinion, maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you want to know, you're still here. If you don't, you're not, right? Being private, per se, is holding on to the things that you want to build until you build it, right? You don't want people's energy into your shit, because normally, people will tell you yeah, I wish you the best or whatever, but they don't really mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm being a little bit of a pessimist, but I kind of feel like you don't bring it to the table until it's done, right? That's my opinion. Being secretive is, maybe y'all two are out on a date, right? And you see somebody y'all know, and you may duck under the table or some shit, or you may excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Like that's being secretive. Like you're bugging, my dog. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you're definitely bugging. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah, maybe people tell you that's being private. So I'm interested to hear the opinions on that. Like, what's the difference between being secretive and being private? That's a fact. Privacy is keeping your business to yourself, revealing what you want. That is privacy. I agree. So what's secrecy? If that's privacy, what's being secretive? What's the definition of being secretive? I would like to know from y'all. Well, because nobody wants to keep a secret. You know what I'm saying? Even though you keep secrets every day. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Everybody has a secret that they keep. But is that being private? Especially in your relationships. Is that being private? Is privacy good for your relationships, actually? Is privacy good for your relationships? Let me know. We got the co-host. The co-host is y'all today. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Secrecy is intentionally hiding something from people who need to know. Okay. What do you need to know in a relationship? What is things that need to be known in a relationship? These questions sound kind of retarded, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna front. It sound kind of retarded, but at the same time, they're good questions to ask because it be the simple shit that go over people's heads. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes once you clear up the simple shit, like the complicated shit, I feel like, to me anyway, the complicated shit to me is the easiest things to solve. You know what I mean? It be the simple shit, like, just misunderstandings between two people's upbringing that be fucking shit up. My opinion, of course. Let's see what we talk about. Depends on a relationship or situation. I agree with that, Queen. That's a fact. It depends on the relationship or the situation. What is the need to know? It depends on the relationship or the situation. Is it good in a relationship to reveal everything? That's my next question. Is it good in a relationship to reveal everything? Right? To have nothing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nothing for yourself. I don't know about that. Does being secretive, actually, let me ask, this is a two-part question, right? Does being private, is being private helpful to to keeping your individuality, right? Is being secretive helpful to keeping your individuality, right? That's the question I want to ask. Facts. That's good because you still got to be people. You still your own person. A lot of relationships end like that because they go too far. Like they just be in the phone. I'm not the in your phone, in your email type of guy. Listen, if I gotta know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running down nobody. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So that's the question I want to pose to you. Let me know your answer to that. You know what I mean? Like, we came all the way from the first subject, which was the turnoffs from a crush. What turned you on, what turned you off from a crush, right? Then we came all the way here. We talking about secrecy and privacy and relationships and shit like that, right? Like, if we were to stop for a minute and just get our thoughts and collect our thoughts, right, for a second, right? If I'm in a relationship, right? Like, let me make this a general question. Actually, my fault. I'm sorry. If you're in a relationship with somebody, right, and it's not going according to plan, you know what I'm saying? And you meet somebody else, and you're crushing on them. You feel me? What is the course of action